Farms. It is January 29th, and it is snowing again in Oklahoma. Oh, man. It's a cold one today. Just killing time, letting my room heat up. Got the glue sitting in front of the heat. So, today's going to be the final assembly. So, hopefully you guys are ready for that. So, I didn't really talk yesterday about getting ready for today. So, today, we're going to be using our glue, of course, okay? So, Type Bond. But, we're going to be using these. These are 2.5 inch screws. It's a little bit overkill, but I just happen to have them in abundance. So, some of this is going to be like, what do you have available? You know what I mean? Yeah. I wish they were a little shorter. So we're just going to have to pre-drill the holes pretty deep. That's all there is to it. So everything I have is either 2.5, 2.25. So it really doesn't matter at this point. Oh, man, it's cold today. So I'm going to recover today. I noticed my footage yesterday was a little bad. I'm sorry about that. So we're going to recover, dry fitting the flat pack, and I'm going to try to get some better footage, okay? So, sorry about that. Thank you all for letting me know. We're going to get it taken care of, I promise, okay? It's going to be a little crazy because the way I'm going to set the camera up, but we're going to make it work. So, thank you all for tuning in. It is Sunday, yeah. But got to get the video out for tomorrow, so... So if you're new to the channel, we are building the Shredder JRH 8.1s. So this is my design. The box is my design. We're using technically an 8-inch Mitsubishi woofer. It's 8 ohms. And we are using a 1-inch composite tweeter, which is 120 watt 8 ohms also. Today I'm going to cover a little bit about the components I'm using. This is my choice now. So, this is made to where you guys can put anything you want in it. You don't have to use Mitsubishis. You know, if you got the money, throw you some Morels in there, whatever. Klipsch, Infinities. Whatever you think is up, to your specs. But here's the reason why, okay? I spent a lot of money and a lot of time. I built an awesome set of components. For these right here. You see this right here? This is a Swan. Can I get it open? This is a Swan 3.1, okay? Awesome components. Supposed to be the best quality, blah, blah, blah. Took a lot of time, effort. I don't like them. I don't like their sound. I don't like the quality. I don't like anything about them. So, instead of complaining about it, I chose to build my own. So, that's what we're doing. And see, man, that mid right there, I don't know if you guys can tell, that's like a 2.5 inch mid. You see that? It's huge. Look, my hands are big, but I had so much hope, especially the Kevlar woofers. I just thought they would be phenomenal. And it turns out, no, they're not. And I don't know, because so many people have given them good reviews, given them good reviews. And I'm just telling you, I was not impressed. So, that's why we're doing this. Plus, I want everybody to have the chance to do their own. When you buy a set like that, you're in for $500, okay? With this thing that I'm showing you, you could be in it $150, maybe $200, and have a really good set of high-end bookshelf speakers, desktop bookshelf. You can use them for surrounds. I set this up to where it's per speaker, okay? So, if you want to do a surround system and this is what you want for your theater, print 5 of them or order 5 of the kits. You know what I mean? Do your whole back section. Do your Dolby Atmos. Mount them on the ceiling. Paint them black. You'll never see them. You know what I mean? Endless possibilities and at the right price. So, with that said and done, thank you all for being here. We're going to get rolling. as soon as it warms up, for anybody new tuning in, I'm gonna bring you all. We're gonna do a quick breakdown of this. That is your front baffle. That is your top. Oop. That is your bottom. Now these pieces are big enough, and I just did that wrong. Sorry. Oh, pieces are big enough that it's hard to get them in the shot. All right, so baffle, front baffle, top. That's your bottom. So I can get everybody in here. This is your tweeter support. See, tweeter baffle. Okay. That is your base port baffle. And this piece that we made, this is your rear terminal port. Okay? Rear terminal port. Base baffle, tweeter baffle. These are your two sides, left and right. Sorry if I didn't cover that. 1, 2. The other one's facing down, same logo. Okay? Top, bottom, and front baffle. That is one complete speaker kit. Okay? Awesome, awesome. All right. We're going to just get set up. Well, hopefully we got a good space there where y'all can see my hands. We're going to do this dry fit real quick just so you all can catch up. I'm sorry about the bad footage, okay? So, first of all, you have your baffle. This is your front baffle. Okay? You're going to lay it on face down. Excuse me. Man, it's cold. Lay it face down just like this. Tweeter on your left, port on your right, okay? Next thing. You have two sides, okay? We'll set them right there, out of the way. All right. The way you adjust this is your saw blade goes towards the top of your tweeter, okay? So you're going to end up with it just like this. Does that make sense? Okay. Now I'm going to show you the insides. Excuse me, let me get a drink of water. Man. Oh, sorry about that, everybody. I've been up in the attic and I stirred up excuse me, a bunch of dust. Okay, so in your flat pack, you have a back, you have a front, or let's call them top and bottom at this point, okay? Good looking out. And you have one labeled tweeter. Remember this one, okay? So it's going to go right here, and it's going to isolate that tweeter from the rest of the box, okay? And then you have the base port, right? And your base port baffle is going to go right there. All right, everybody with me? Okay. Now the next part, I'm going to sort of block what you can see. So, or let's don't put the side on. Now this part here, what's important about it, okay, this is your piece with your terminal, right? It goes just like this. Trying to get that in there for everybody to see. And of course, you know, it will be screwed in just like that, okay? Now this is an expanded view. Your side piece isn't on. So, I guess here, look. In all reality, it'll be like that when you get done. Does that make sense? Hopefully I'm showing everybody. I didn't mean to cut it off on the last one. I didn't realize my camera wasn't showing. So that right there is what a finished view will be like. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's take your side down. Okay, let's pull your back terminal plate. All right, now if you guys are just now tuning in, we made lines on all these, and I stressed of how important they were. These lines are, excuse me, a guide not only for your glue, It shows you how to line up your boards. And if you guys remember, I suggested you put lines on the front also, okay? See the lines right here and lines here. Those are in line with your boards that are on the inside. That tells you where to sink your screws. Now this is if you're using screws. We're using screws for this project. I'm going to put this on there so you guys can see that view there. We're going to be using screws for this project, okay? Now if I move that forward, can you see it better? Now that's about as in view as I can get it. Now remember, this one right here is going to be a lot shorter. That is so the air can go around this and out the port. This creates pressure inside this cavity for the subwoofer, okay? All right. As far as dimensions go, we're at 1.27 cubic feet. And I know that's an odd number. Google has a free box app where you can just, throw it together and look at it, and so you can just try to get the right cubic feet. And I did that for the speakers that I have. So if you're buying a different brand, or if you are using a different brand, just try to keep that in consideration. You may want to adjust the height of this a little bit, or the depth, maybe move it forward more for more pressure, cut it shorter for less pressure, right? So that's why I sort of made the design that way, so that it can be adjustable. And I mean, if you're needing a lot of airspace, you can always take it out. Just be real careful because it is a support, okay? So if nothing, I would cut it down to a couple inches on the bottom, down inside right here, to where it only comes up about 2 inches. And then that way you got a lot of air movement around it. But you probably will hear some air noise, some whistling if it is required that way. So keep that in mind. Sorry for the... got a bunch of dirt in me. Okay. So I think that pretty much settles all that. Hopefully that's a better view for everybody. Glue's going to be tomorrow. It's too cold. It's 19 degrees outside and snowing. I'm just worried that my glue's not going to set up. So instead of spending 3 hours out here with the heat on, tomorrow's supposed to be nicer. So we're going to hit it hard tomorrow. Okay. So any questions, anything, comment, guys. I'll try to include it. Catch me tonight, and I'll try to include it tomorrow on our video before we start gluing and screwing. Okay. Just key things are your heights. So this one will go all the way to your 3/4 on top. Sorry, right here. See, it's only 3/4 difference right here. That one's important. Your tops and bottoms, they're flush. Your woofer baffle inside here is, I think it's 2. Let's measure it real quick. She's 2 inches down. I thought it was, but I didn't want to tell you wrong. So this one's 2 inches from the top. This one is 3/4 inch from the top, and then these on the ends are flush with the top. And remember, your tweeters on this side, woofers on this side. And I did change it a little bit. I chose to isolate this tweeter just for any kind of air noise or air pressure problems. I wanted to isolate it. Now, it doesn't need anything. The tweeter is standalone. You don't even have to have it inside the box. It can be open baffle, you know what I mean? And I even considered that to where all this was open, make it easier. But didn't do it. So tomorrow, if we record, we're going to choose where to drill our hole through here for our tweeter. Get that wire sealed. And then we will trucking on. All right. Well, hopefully that helped everybody. It was a little bit clearer, a little bit better footage. Sorry, just catching up today. It is Sunday. I really wanted to make some headway today, but it's just too cold. So when it's 20 outside, it's hard for me to get the shop in here 50 plus. That's really what we need for the glue to take and set correctly. So, all right. So, like, subscribe if you're new. I hope you're sticking around to see this play through. Sorry, I'm trying to close my water bottle. And I'll catch you on the next one.